Good evening, everybody. Hello, welcome to our Monday night training. How are we all? This is Sarah Mills here, just jumping on here and delighted to share with you for the next probably just about 15 minutes, just some ideas for you to be able to create an amazing story for your future with this incredible brand. Just like I wanted to when I started. When I was thinking about this training tonight, I was thinking, you know, we're always talking about the people we're looking for and who we want to reach out to. But I think it's really important to remember what our story is. So I'm just going to give you some top tips and some ideas to really think about, you know, the people you could be looking for, what made you start and what's your story. So here we go. And I hope this helps you with a few ideas, but I wanted to create a really great story for my future with this incredible brand. When I started, I didn't know exactly what it was, but I was excited by that. So when you're out there prospecting, when you're out there, don't even call it prospecting, when you're out there talking to people and you're just thinking, you know, I'd love to share what this is. Look for people who maybe you think would like to change their story too, like you did. So think about the people that you would love to work with. I think this is what's really, really important. Find the people you would love to work with, but they need to be open and they need to be coachable too. And they might be doing really ordinary things at the moment. They don't need to be super successful, high-powered business people. You know, I have sponsored some of those people into my business. I'll tell you, you know, honestly, and they're not always coachable. And their other business is their absolute passion. And so they can't always see how this could be their future. So look for people that might be doing things that are ordinary. They might be great, but they just might be ordinary things. But with your inspiration and your leadership, their story could become extraordinary. And I look at a lot of the very successful people in this business, and some of them have come from ordinary jobs and ordinary careers, right? They weren't already multi-millionaires when they started this business. You know, they were teachers, they worked in marketing, they were dancers, they were all sorts of people. But you could imagine that maybe to them, they were doing their ordinary job, right? But remember as well that this can fit into as it could with me, this business can fit into your existing life without too much disruption. That is a very important thing that people need to understand with this business. Because if they think it's going to take up all their time or disrupt their time, it's much harder for them to imagine doing it. So when I looked at this business, I thought I could fit this into my existing life without too much disruption. And I could see that with the guidance of my sponsor, obviously, who is Ella Harper, I could create an action plan, right? So I speak to a lot of people, and this was me when I started. I actually was happy to earn another £500 a month right now. That's what I thought, that would make a difference to me. People don't need to imagine straight away that they can earn £10,000 because that seems inaccessible to a lot of people. So I always thought I could earn £500. Do you know anyone else that when you talk to them, they could actually say, yeah, maybe £500 would make a difference a month? And when you can find people that want to do that through the sales of products and the efforts of others that you have enrolled, so you've got the direct selling part and you've got the network marketing part. If you had 4 people that you know that were all doing that, who also all wanted £500, guess what? Everyone is getting their efforts rewarded. And when you get your efforts rewarded, you feel content. And if you're content and getting your needs met, then you're going to aspire to want to have more. So, you know, think about those people who you could help change their story through whatever reasons they've got going on. You know, I could see straight away, and I could say now to people, if they tell me they'd love to do something different, I'd say, well, how about coming and working with me? I'd love to work with you. You know, we're a sustainably sourced company. We're a B corporation. We're carbon neutral. People are so much more open to spend their money now more than ever before. with everything we're just going through in the climate at the moment, where it will make a difference and where you're giving back to the planet. So this is a future-driven business. It's a lifestyle business. You know, I'm building a life with this. And I think who wouldn't want to do that? So, you know, put maybe a date to achieve those things, have an action plan. And my commitment now, and I hope that you could maybe see that for yourself, is to ensure that you all could create, could show others how to have a valuable asset for the future. Obviously, go to earnings.arbonne.com, but nothing can hold me back from in this apart from me in this organization. And I think when you really realize that, you're not looking up, down, sideways or backwards, you're literally thinking, I know where this company's going, I know what I want to achieve, I know how I'd like to change my story for my future. Nothing can hold me back in this organization apart from me, because there's no glass ceiling, and I can make my own mistakes and I can be brave to fall forward and do it again. So I want to plant that seed in your head when you're thinking about your story, why you started this, so that you can attract a team who also want to change their story too, right? And I am talking here about looking for people who want to change their story in terms of creating a business, right? Because you can find thousands of clients over time who want to change their skin and want to look and feel great. Some of those people will eventually become business partners. But if you were looking for more people like you, because I started this business straight away as a business partner, so I can only talk from my perspective. I was going to use the products anyway. I'm the greatest product user there is. So I'm ticking all the boxes for the person that enrolled me, because I'm going to use the products and I want to run a business. So think about those people so that you can attract a team, but it starts with you knowing why you started this, what your story is, and who wants it, because you can't contain motivation and desires and dreams. When you see people grow into their best possible self, it just keeps on going and keeps on giving. And Arbonne is altruistic as well as a brand, because it's balancing profit with people. But you can earn more and you can have more to help more people. So let it start with your vision and your story. The most successful people I have ever seen in this business are definitely action-orientated people. And they recognize that it takes action to make this work. But of course, but bear that in mind. Think of all the leaders that you aspire to. If it was just in the UK, all the leaders you know, they're all action-orientated people. And the really exciting part, when you're looking for the people that you want to attract into your team, I absolutely believe this 100%. I'm sure other leaders would say this. I'm even sure possibly people in corporate would say the same. The top leaders have not yet been found in Arbonne. So whether you're brand new in this business, happy Christmas, happy birthday, you know, you're brand new. I've been in this business for 12 years. So we're exactly on an even place here, because I'm looking for new people to help change their story, and so are you. But if you knew the top leaders hadn't been found yet in Arbonne, because wow, look at all the countries we may move into at some point. I would just say, you know, look for those people, and look for the girls and the guys that you think would make great brand ambassadors in this business. So if you're talking to guys, think of lines of products that they would be attracted to. Sports nutrition, body hydration products, healthy skin inside and out products, energy drinks. They can focus on those aspects and they can become brand ambassadors in those sectors. Everybody knows now what a brand ambassador is, what an influencer is. So, you know, if it's women that want to look for makeup and looking good, they can be a brand ambassador in the beauty sector. You can say that to people, come and join my team. I'd love to work with you. You know, you would be a great brand ambassador in the beauty section or the sports nutrition sector. And it really makes sense to people if they can see how this can fit into their life. There are enough sectors for every single person to find their niche. And remember, we're just consumers. We're all just consumers who have chosen to use clean, healthy products that we are going to use. And if we want to, we can grow a business and show other people how to do the same. So put yourself in those shoes of those people. What are their motivators? Because until you find their motivators, you're just hard selling something to them and their ears are not open. So How could you help them make a difference for their lives and their story and change their story, visualizing how you're going to overcome any rejections, regardless of the outcome. And I feel, I'm sure you do as well, I feel so good when I can speak my mind and show up and speak to someone about this business and these products. And I can create a winning mindset routine that inspires others to follow me. So look after your mindset. You know, I'm just starting to write down my daily wins, whatever they are. So if you've got any personal wins on a daily basis, then that means you've won. Write them down. It makes you feel good. So maybe how about keeping a daily wins book where you can write down those daily wins and then look back over the 30 days and find out, you know, I've had all these wins over the last 30 days. I'm doing something right. They could be anything. They could be getting up on time, eating healthily, connecting with people, talking to people, regardless of the outcome. And, you know, my story is really simple. And the reason I say that is because look for people like you. If you know why you started this business and it's for great reasons, then you want to find more people like you. I want to find 1,000 Sarah Mills, right? Because my story is simple. You know, it's for strong, determined, positive people who might be doing ordinary things that can see how using Arbonne as a vehicle, as you and you as their guide, could do something extraordinary. That's who I'm looking for. People who are curious and coachable and happy to grow over time, because that was me. And, you know, just before we wrap up, our stories are powerful. You know, my story is very simple, and it's probably like so many people that were doing ordinary corporate jobs. You know, who do you know that might be like me, right? I was a marketing consultant in London with 2 kids, working very long 12-hour days for more than 10 years. But I was a happy, hardworking, solution-based, and I was a positive, fun person to be around. And I was also open-minded and curious. And I dabbled in entrepreneurship in my 20s, but I'd taken a safe corporate job. And although I wasn't actively looking for something else, as I didn't think I had the time, I was a bit of a dreamer and a future thinker. And that's what, and the kind of what ifs. And I was a total believer that things happen at the right time for the right reasons. So when Ella asked me to take a look at this business as a different working option for the future, and directly asked me to be her business partner because she could see the potential for us, I literally thought, why not? I wasn't giving anything up immediately. I was still going to carry on doing my job, go to work. I was just going to grow it alongside my job to see what happened. I was going to switch my brand, and I was going to learn some of the top tips from the people that had already been in it. And to be fair, I didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to have any regrets later. I could see they were awesome products and I loved them. And I loved the idea of something beneficial for me and my family over time. So who do you know that's like me or has those traits? Or who are you going to meet tomorrow that this could be a great fit for? You have to genuinely care to ask them, to compliment them, to find out a bit about them and let them know that you would love to work with them because of ... So here's a little bit of homework for you. Can you write down 5 things after this call that starts with, I started this business because? Write down 5 things, right? Mine were really simple. Don't overthink it. Mine were really simple. If I said them now, they would literally be, I liked the sound of it. I was delighted my friend asked me. I could see the potential. I was very excited to have a possibility to leave corporate in the future if it worked out to my plan, nobody else's. And to be fair, I wanted to make loads of money on my terms and have freedom of time. So what made you start this business? What would make someone else start this business with you? You have to own your own certainty. You have to feel so certain about it so you can attract others to you too. Doesn't matter whether you've been successful. Doesn't matter whether you've had any wins yet. Doesn't matter if you've got anybody in your team yet. You have to be certain so other people can feel that certainty in you. And when they can feel that certainty in you, they will think, Sarah's onto something. Ella's onto something. I'm onto something. So be certain, be unfaltering in your vision and relentless in your action in the time that you give to this business, and you can achieve extraordinary things for your future that have no limits. And that is literally what I've believed since day one. It's up to me now to achieve all that I have set out to achieve, and I haven't, and it will grow every day. But it's up to me to achieve. It's not up to anyone else. And that to me is freedom. And that makes me feel really happy. So share your story with yourself. Share your story with yourself. Write down why you started this business. 5 things. I started this business because. Write them down, fall in love with them, and please go and share your story with other people, or find out what their story is, because they probably won't be interested in your story to start with, but they might be really interested in knowing that they could change their story. So that's it from me. I know it says it's Ella Harper here, but it's not. It's because I'm logged on to Ella. This is actually Sarah Mills. And go and own your story. Have the best last couple of weeks of the month. And yeah, make some extraordinary things happen. Keep the firework burning. So thank you so much. And I shall see you all soon. Bye.